Liberation greetings to all and sundry, my people of the southern Cameroons, my people of Amazonia. Today is Saturday, April 16, 2022. So it has come to pass that finally the government of the United States of America has taken a landmark decision. I call it a landmark decision because La République du Cameroon had fought the prospect, fought so hard against the prospect of a TPS being extended to us in this country. I know that we're all aware that in La République du Cameroon, since yesterday, Friday, April 15, that this news broke out, it's really been mourning. It's been a lot of mourning. Mourning in all quarters, not only in the governing party, but also within the ranks of the opposition SDF. I'm sure we haven't forgotten that OC Joshua, who is the vice president of the SDF and also member of parliament for that party, joined a number of CPDM parliamentarians and others to sign a petition addressed to the U.S. State Department and addressed to the U.S. government, in which they were trying to gainsay a step taken by the U.S. Congress and Senate, drawing the attention of the White House and the State Department that the security situation in Cameroon was deteriorating very fast, and that the people of the southern Cameroons and of course those of some other parts of La République du Cameroon who are also facing persecution, that the security situation was worsening. And for that reason, those citizens, our fellow compatriots who are in the United States seeking safety, need to be protected against any form of deportation. Remember that last year there was a group of about 80 people that were repatriated, that were deported, that were sent back, against all complaints, cries, and against all kinds of intervention, all manner of intervention, all manner of protest, and all manner of plea. La République du Cameroon assured the US government that those people would be well treated, and even went ahead to claim that the security situation in the country had improved. It didn't take a long time for the government of the United States to carry out its own investigation and to ascertain that a lot of those people who were returned never met their families. Some of them have not ever been accounted for until today. And that the security situation on the ground continues to deteriorate. It's not improving. So this decision is a slap in the face for the government of Cameroon, a slap in the face of all the enablers who were praying hard and lobbying and even giving the impression to our people, using them and discouraging them, that they were going to soon ship us back home like they did the Naira 10 in Nigeria. Let me hurry to say here that the United States of America is not Nigeria. That in the United States of America, people take time to study situations. People take time to mark the real conditions on the ground. I know that no one doubts that in Nigeria right now, because of, money bags that keep moving from La République du Cameroon into Nigeria, especially in places like Jalingo, in places like Taraba State, that some Nigerian authorities shamelessly are even trying to cut our people and try to force them to go back into harm's way, with claims that the Cameroon government has told them that the situation was getting better, that things were, returning to normal, that normalcy was just a matter of days. I know that we had the opportunity, all of us, to listen to one Vaniganse Muchigel, one Muchigel Vaniganse, who says he is of the opposition. I mean, he is of the opposition SDF, that is the vice president at the Senate. It just took a little sinecure position for Vaniganse Muchigel to suddenly forget everything, all what we have been going through in the hands of La République du Cameroon. I followed Vaniganse Muchigel at the home of the Prime Minister, head of government of La République du Cameroon, the figurehead called Joseph John Gute. I heard him say it's just a matter of days before normalcy will return. Yet he, Vaniganse Muchigel, is an IDP. He, Vaniganse Muchigel, has forgotten so fast what happened to his fellow senator of the SDF, Henry Kemende Gamsi. This decision by the US government, by the Department of Homeland Security, is a slap in the face of La République du Cameroon. I want to take this opportunity to congratulate all Southern Cameroonians. I mean, all of us, because this decision is not something that just happened yesterday. No, this move is something that has been in the works, and it is as a result of the contributions made by all of us, all those who have attended one form of demonstration or the other here in the United States. You contributed to this. You are my hero. Even the demonstrations going around in Europe, in South Africa, even in Nigeria, wherever, they contributed to getting to this. The demonstrations on ground zero, my people of ground zero, by observing the Monday ghost towns, our country Sunday, by staying resilient and by making sure you continue to tell the visiting diplomats the truth of what the situation is, the truth about the real situation on the ground, you contributed to this. This is a victory lap for all of us. I want to congratulate those individuals among us who have continued to knock at the doors of senators, of members of Congress, to tell them about what is happening back home. All those your efforts at lobbying paid off. I want also to indicate that Congresswoman Karen Bass's visit to Cameroon contributed enormously in getting her to join others to sponsor the instrument that eventually got to the executive to get them acting on our situation. This is a victory lap. Victory lap because it is a victory of truth against falsehood. It is a victory of truth against manipulation. It is a victory of truth against make-believe. I know that O.C. Joshua and all of those who signed that infamous document calling themselves members of parliament, they should be thoroughly ashamed of themselves right now, because they have totally been disavowed. I guess the government of Nigeria will pick a leaf from the action of the government of the United States of America to understand that when people are in difficulties, when people are facing genocide, like it is the case with the people of the Southern Cameroons, what they need is assistance, not complicity with the oppressor, like it is the case with the Buhari government, continuously cutting our people and shipping them in harm's way, never finding out what is happening to them, despite being a signatory to all the Vienna Conventions. My people of the Southern Cameroons, this TPS, the temporary protected status, covers all our people who have been in this country who arrived in this country right up until Thursday, 14th of April. If you are already in this country, in the United States of America, by Thursday, 14th of April, that is by 2 days ago, you are covered by this temporary protected status. You have this temporary protection. You will receive a work permit. You will be able to work. You'll be able to fend for yourself, to feed your family, and also to contribute to this movement for the freedom of our homeland. Those who will arrive after now, you will not be covered by this statute. No. If you arrive in the United States of America today, this Saturday, April 16, you will not be covered. But trust me, it is temporary. So first of all, it is 18 months, or is it 3 years? In most cases, it is extended. So if you are in already by the time there is an extension, obviously you will be covered. My people of the Southern Cameroons, this bad news for La République du Cameroon and good news for us points to one thing: the hard work pays. It is the work of synergy, the work of, everyone saying the same thing that led to this result that we are seeing today. My people of the Southern Cameroons. And in the United States of America, we have a lot of friends who are sympathetic to our cause, who are understanding that we have been living in hell for 60 years and counting. That is why on your screen, you see what Senator Bob Menendez writes. He says, Cameroon remains too dangerous for Cameroonian nationals to return home. I salute the immigrants' rights leaders who fought tirelessly for this designation. Listen, we saw the effort of Joseph John Gute in bringing IDPs from the place he called Southwest before in his house, and they claimed how normalcy was returning when none of them can go home. We saw the same effort where he brought IDPs from the place they call Northwest, who also came, and then that's where Vaniganse Mochegel made the stupid statements about normalcy returning. But at the same time that he's making those statements, he doesn't think about what happened to the delegate of penitentiary administration. No, he doesn't say it. He doesn't think about what happened in Meme, in southern Cameroon, where two soldiers, fell with bullets from their own guns. Why? Because one of our brothers of the southern Cameroons, working with Mr. Paul Biya Stocks, was part of a team that went into a village. They call it Pete. I'm still to find out more about that specific location. And they picked up a young man and accused him of dealing in hard drugs. And this young man, while he was responding to questions from the southern Cameroonian, who was a member of Mr. Paul Biya Stocks, the other gentleman, a citizen of La République du Cameroon, simply came in and didn't want to hear anything because they have the license to kill us for their sport, opened fire on this young man, killing him on the spot. It angered the southern Cameroonian. He got mad and opened fire in turn on this citizen of La République du Cameroon who just took the life of the southern Cameroonian at will. Unfortunately for him, a citizen of La République du Cameroon in that same army opened fire too on him, killing him too immediately. So the two passed. The lesson you draw from this, my dear brothers and sisters of the southern Cameroons, still serving among Mr. Paul Biya Stocks, is your lives don't matter. If it were another citizen of La République, they opened fire on another citizen of La République, they would have said he was having a bad day. Nothing would have happened to him. But you see, they will not spare even you. I mean, even you. Why are you sacrificing and dying for a system that does not like you? Why? While Joshua Osei and Vaneganse Mochigal, the misguided ones, will be mourning at least Maurice Kamto, who at the time was embarrassed that they could have the guts to rise up to say they were writing to the US government to oppose the extension of the temporary protected status to southern Cameroonians and then to some of the citizens of La République du Cameroon who are also running for various reasons and who are in this country. Kamto will not be joining them in mourning. He's having a laugh. And that's why on his Twitter page he said, I welcome the decision of the Biden administration to grant special protected status to those of our compatriots who had to immigrate under difficult conditions to the United States of America due to, among other things, to the consequences of the war in the NOSO. I hate to call this NOSO thing because we are not NOSO. We are Southern Cameroons. But why did I bring that here? Just to show the parallel. That O.C. Joshua, who claims to be standing for the people of the Southern Cameroons, joined the oppressor to stand against our interests and has been thoroughly humiliated. That Mochigal Vaneganse, who yesterday was being protected by us against this Mr. Paul Biya same talks, who opened his mouth and said the trash that we heard, all because of food and mimbo that he had the opportunity to, get at the residence of Mr. Joseph John Gute. My people, these developments should point to us that as a people, Southern Cameroonians, our struggle has been elevated seriously. Listen, TPS was extended to citizens of Ukraine just about a month ago. Today, it is extended to us. Do you know what that means? This means the world is coming to terms with the fact that what Mr. Paul Biya is doing in the Southern Cameroons is genocide. The more reason why we should continue to be resilient. Very, very resilient. The more reason why we should continue to do what is right. The more reason why we should continue to kill personal interest and promote the general interest. My people of the Southern Cameroons, that is not all. Just while that was happening, there is this other move that's been taken by the same United States of America. You'll be wondering how important this is for us. But just take a read. This is Ambassador Linda Thomas, who is a U.S. ambassador to the United Nations. And she sent out this tweet. She said, the United States is co-sponsoring a UN General Assembly resolution on the Security Council veto. This innovation would automatically convene a meeting of the General Assembly after a veto has been cast in the Security Council. Now, this is some very important innovation which will trim slightly the powers of the Big Five at the UN Security Council. And how does it benefit us? It really will benefit us because France is the main reason La République du Cameroon continues to commit all manner of atrocities in the Southern Cameroons because of its veto power at the UN Security Council. If you recall, the last time the United States of America pulled all the strings and wanted at all costs for the situation in the Southern Cameroons to be brought as a standalone before the UN Security Council, France mobilized others to oppose this move. And, of course, it dangled the threat of using its veto power. Now today, La République continues to do all kinds of things in our land, on our people, because they tell themselves that if anything comes up, France will use its veto power to veto it, because France has given Paul Biya and his thugs the license to decimate our people as they care. But with this innovation, if such a thing comes up and France dangles its veto, that resolution will automatically move to the General Assembly, where all the 180 plus members of the General Assembly will have a say. And there, that is a completely different ball game. There, the dices will definitely change. This is why, going forward, in our diplomatic effort, we don't have to consider any country as not being important, because by their single vote, in the event any such thing happens regarding the Southern Cameroons in the United Nations General Assembly, they can tilt the balance in our favor. This again is another setback for La République du Cameroon at this point in time. My people of the Southern Cameroons, I have said over and over and over that this struggle, this liberation movement, will only end with our victory. And we will have the opportunity to scream, free, free, free at last. We are free. All what we need to do is work. This is the reason I keep finding a lot of fault with anyone who continues to spare no effort to divide our voices on the ground, our voices in the bushes. Anyone doing that is not working in the interest of this movement. These young people have understood the need to work together. They want to work together, and they are pulling together. Those ripping them apart are people who are using these groups as their political capital, because they want to go and say in this place and say, I have control over this or that people in this or that territory. The overall objective of our freedom is not what preoccupies them. Anybody doing that, right to the point of calling our brother, no pity, a contractor of the bee. Really? How many of us have achieved 1/100th of what that our brother has achieved? Listen to me, my people of the Southern Cameroons. Anyone you see standing up to lift the little finger to say unity among our people, our heroes, our brave hearts on ground zero is a bad thing, that person is not in this movement. That person is not for independence. That is rather the person who is a contractor of La République du Cameroon in this movement. These gentlemen on the ground, they know themselves. They know who is who. Don't come and tell me that, oh, unity is good, but they have to select first. They are doing the vetting by themselves. They are determining who can be with them and who will not be with them. Don't sit thousands of miles away and begin to say how, no, they need to vet, because they know they are the ones building this structure. They are the ones building this come together. We are the ones struggling to infiltrate their ranks, to disorganize them, to prove a point, to prove that unity is not good. We are the ones. And we all know those people. There's no point pretending. We know the people doing those things. And shamefully, some of us cheer them. Some of us support them. And even refer to the efforts of our brave hearts to come together as so-called. Really. From the comforts of your home. You don't know what they are going through. You don't know what they are facing. They have understood that standing by one another is the way to go. That is how they will give us that independence. And if you can't support them, shut up your mouth and leave them alone to do what they know how to do best. My people of the Southern Cameroons, it is time enough that we all stand up and shame these people who continue to want to promote the same divide and rule that La République du Cameroon has been fighting for ages to perpetuate among us, because that is what gives them victory. That's the only thing La République is counting on, dividing us and ruling. dividing us so that we are all fragmented and weakened and will not be able to resist for long. People, if the instrument of the enemy is divide and rule, and someone, anyone in our midst, is using that same instrument, don't they say the things that look alike sometimes are the same? It is saying that if a man shows you what they are, believe them the first time. We must always remember this. And so while I was saying that, I was looking at this paper, that even among them now, they are clear that there is no such thing as having the situation under control. No, no, my people. There is no such thing as having the situation under control. La République du Cameroon is crumbling and they know it. The only thing they can do to keep us in bondage is try to play on our intelligence, is try to play on our sentiments, is try to make us believe that we are losing, is try to make us believe that we have lost, is try to make us believe that we have no chance to attain our objective. But today you can see that is the what they call the Northwest boss of the DDR, Cum Henry, telling them that they are lying about the situation on the ground. I heard Lele Lafrique de Ben Chofo, the colonial governor, say that the regional delegate for the penitentiary administration committed suicide because that road, all of them know they can't take it. And why can't they take it? Because they don't have any control over there. Because that is territory they can't go through, because they know that the security situation is not fluid, because they know that there is not going soon to be any normalcy, because they know that any talk about normalcy is far-fetched, because they know that the bosses control the entire zone. Yet, they try to cast make-believe. Same thing that has been happening in Dub with Kwetong Anderson Konge, says he's the senior divisional officer, promoting one Bakari who is wreaking havoc on our people on a daily basis. I said in my last communication that if you're a Southern Cameroon's activist and you are not talking about Bakari, then you don't have your ears to the ground. We have to draw the attention of the world to the exactions of Bakari. Today is Saturday. I'm talking today, Saturday. By Monday, Bakari is already mapping out at least 15 houses that is going to set ablaze. At least 15 business places that is going to set ablaze. And already identified at least 15 to 25 young men whose lives he will cut short. End up. And he says that he received instructions directly from Yaoundé and he has been licensed to do that because the policy is clear that if they don't decimate the entire youth of the Southern Cameroons, they will not succeed to keep us under total subjugation. And we sit down, and we look at that with our eyes open. No. Hell no. La République du Cameroon is crumbling. I insist. If you're doubting, take note. That government is virtually cancelling the celebration of 20th May. But at the end of the day, they just say, okay, there will be just march past in some places and all, yeah, in places and all not, but with no feasts in the evening, no parties, nothing, not even at the Unity Palace in Yaoundé. Of course, Biya is vegetable; it will nowhere to be found. He cannot have the strength and all whatnot to host a party and all of those. He will not even be able to have the strength to see through. A parade. I wonder if they are going to maintain even that there will be some kind of parade, because I doubt that he has the possibility or the energy to even review troops. La République du Cameroon is crumbling. My people of the Southern Cameroons, La République du Cameroon is crumbling. The more reason why we need to solidify our ranks. The more reason why we have to stay steadfast. Don't get out of this movement. No. No, don't backpedal. Don't be discouraged by one thing or the other. Find another place. If the place where you are supporting is not delivering the goods, find another place. Reach directly out to the people on the ground who produce for you results. Continue, by all means, continue doing something to move this liberation movement forward, because we are getting there. La République du Cameroon is crumbling. If you doubt, look at this here. These are teachers, university lecturers of the University of Douala, announcing that with effect from the 18th of April, they are going on an indefinite strike. There is no money to pay them. Even the teachers of the movement, is it OTS? They themselves have not said their final word, because they called temporarily to wait and see. But I already hear that there's already grumbling in their ranks that the government is not exactly keeping up to its billing as it promised. There is no money. I was just reading an article on Timescape magazine online this morning, and which was saying cash strapped Cameroon. They have no money. That's why they are taxing Jangi houses. That's why they are now struggling to tax even money transfers. I mean, simple mobile money transfers on momos. That's why they are trying to tax everything. They don't have money. So these teachers of the University of Douala will not be the only ones, because I already understand the University of Yaoundé, the University of Biya, the University of Bamenda, the University of Ngaoundéré, the University of Marwa, that all of them are joining this strike action because of unkept promises from the government to pay them money. All has to do with money. La République du Cameroon is crumbling. There is no money. That is why, despite getting hundreds of billions from the IMF and the World Bank to fight COVID, Paul Biya now has to come, take the place of legislators, take the place of the taxation department to instruct that henceforth a COVID test will cost 30,000 CFA. That's about 60 US dollars. Can you imagine? 60 US dollars. 30,000 CFA for people who don't have what to feed themselves with. A good lot of them don't have the means to give themselves 3 square meals a day. Ask them 30,000 francs just to do a COVID test. La République du Cameroon is crumbling. If you doubt, go to www.timescapemagazine.com. There is an article there titled Cash Trapped La République du Cameroon. There's a lot of information there indicating to you that that country is crumbling. For those of you who are still misguided to be thinking of some kind of one and indivisible, or some kind of living together, come back home very fast. Come back home very fast. You have no future there. La République du Cameroon is crumbling. And all what we need to do is continue to work hard. To work hard, we will be able to attain our objective. La République du Cameroon right now counts only on manipulation, divide and rule and everything. Close your ears to all the stupid manipulative literature going around and focus on the objective. Contribute by whatever means you can where you see results coming to make sure that we attain our objective. My people of the Southern Cameroons, I will come back here with greater insights on everything that is contained in this TPS grant to the people of the Southern Cameroons and those of La République du Cameroon. My focus will be on the people of the Southern Cameroons, of course, on my people. Happy Easter. Don't forget, Monday is Country Sunday. To God be the glory.